Hey guys, Asher coming at you today with another Race Shadow Legends champion guide. This time on previous Fusion Force Affinity ally attacker Lonatharil. So Lonatharil, a lot of requests for this dude. I'm not going to name all of you guys, but shout out to everybody in the comments who keeps the champion request going. I run on your ideas because I don't have the creativity to come up with a new champion every day on my own. I take your requests. Also, as I've been mentioning every video, sorry if this is a little bit too much. I won't do it every video, but we just got super chats enabled as well, or super thanks, excuse me, enabled. So thank you guys who have made even a small donation. I really appreciate it. We have FPS Psycho looking for some Vernon, looking for some Lonatharil. Just Quad, please go over Lonatharil. You guys asking, you shall receive. Let's see what this high elf has in store for us. All right, guys, here we go. So, as I mentioned, what do we have here in Bear? Oh, yes, I got Quintus the Triumphant, guys. Expect a guide on him, I don't know, over the next few days, I would say. Let me resize my screen, too. I am a mess today, guys. I apologize. We just got, this is not going to age very well, but we just got the new update information, so I have all of my sizing all messed up to view those screens. Anyway, Quintus, not the topic of today's video, but should be coming soon. I also pulled Kaja, the Rise, so she looks pretty cool. Expect a guide on her as well in the coming weeks here on the channel. Just got to build all these champions, right? That's the issue. All right, so Lonatharil, guys, as I mentioned, he was a previous fusion in the game, and a lot of people were really underwhelmed by him, right? He looks pretty cool. He's got the high elf, obviously, aesthetic. He's got the long sword. He's very regal in his aesthetic here, and yeah, it looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. As I mentioned, he's a Force Affinity ally attacker. Hard to find in this game. He's also HP based with a lot of base HP, 23,000. Scales incredibly well. Gives you the option of throwing a bolster set on him if you'd like to, a shield set, or, you know, a number of different sets that we'll talk about in today's video. Let's go ahead and discuss his kit. Gallantry is A1 ability, attacks one enemy, destroys the target's max HP by 30% of the damage inflicted. Plays a shield buff equal to 10% of this champion's max HP for 2 turns on the ally with the lowest HP. So that's a nice shield, and it's 2 turns on the ally who needs it the most. A pretty good A1. It is a single target hitter, but we are destroying max HP as well. Given the shield synergy on top of that, going to be a great option for Scarab King, right? On the A2, Flicker Barrier. I don't even know what Flicker Barrier means, but it has a ring to it, doesn't it? It's a 3-turn cooldown when booked. The books are pretty reasonable on this dude, right? We have 4 levels here, 4 levels here, and 2 levels there. I don't know, 10 books, I guess is average. Anyway, it's an AoE attack, plays a shield on all allies for 3 turns on a 3-turn cooldown, equal to 20% of this champion's max HP, which again scales very well. If there are any dead allies, plays a shield on all allies for 3 turns, equal to 30% of this champion's max HP instead, and it's going to be protected. It can't be stolen, transferred, removed, blah, 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 blah. On the A3, Finest Hour. This is a 4-turn ally attack, all allies. Plays an increased crit damage on all allies for 2 turns. I love the increased crit damage buff on ally attacks. It's really, really good to have that extra damage because keep in mind the ally attacks on counterattack or ally attack, they're going to receive a 75% the normal damage. So it's nice to have that extra damage coming from, well, an increased crit damage, right? So it's an increased crit damage on all allies, 2 turns, then teams up with all allies to attack a single enemy. He's also joining in on the attack, which is great. That's going to provide a shield because of his A1 to the ally who needs it the most. On the passive, Piercer inflicts 20% more damage against targets under shield buffs. So he has the extra damage against target under shields as well as HP in Doom Tower battles by 35%. Let's go ahead and show you how I have this guy geared out. I actually ran a video on the main YouTube channel. You guys may have seen it. You may not have. On Lonatharil. Come on, man. It's not that hard. I said in that video too, and I'll say it again, damn it. He sounds like a medicine, right? You're going to need 40 milligrams of Lonatharil. I'm sorry. It's not looking good. All right. All right. Where is he? Where is he? Right over here. I type in Lonatharil and Contra the Cyclone comes up. Awesome. Here he is. We have him in a, I don't know, a ragtag assortment of artifacts. We have 2 protection, excuse me. We have 1 righteous, and we have 1 immortal. Immortal because we love the HP. You could run this dude in straight up like regen if you wanted to keep him alive for maybe an area like, I don't know, Scarab King or something. But immortal's great. You get the extra HP. You get the little heal every turn as well. Protection, it's not going to be imperative for this champion. I do love righteous though. Righteous gives the 10% speed and the 40 resist, which is nice. I'll give you a bunch of other gearing options in a moment when we look at him on hellhades.com, and we'll review all the different areas you can utilize this champion. HP on the ring, we have HP on the amulet, and we have, you guessed it, HP on the banner. He's a pretty easy champion to build in terms of stat priorities. Obviously HP, right? On top of that, I mean, it's really we don't need any accuracy at all in his kit, right? So it's really about survivability and speed, and really that's it, right? So you can build him with resist. You can build him with some damage as well, right? You can min-max him in a way that makes sense for how you're using him on your account, right? If you want to keep the rest of the team alive, then just go more HP because his shield all is based on his own hit points, right? If you want to min-max some damage, maybe your team is already staying alive anyway, go ahead and throw some crit rate, some crit damage on him as well. We don't have him in a nuke build right now, but we will take a look at his multipliers. Speed on the boots, HP percentage on the chest, and HP percentage on the gauntlets, okay? Again, pretty easy champion to build here. We don't mind going with no extra defense because we can scale that HP so much, and he has all those shields. This dude's pretty easy to keep alive, and it's nice that he's force affinity as well, guys. Extra force affinity to me has always been the most desirable of the 3 affinities because there's a lot of really popular champions who are magic affinity, right? So he has that natural kind of affinity bonus built in some regards. However, there are more like Sun Wukongs and stuff out there right now. So maybe Spirit's making a little bit of a comeback. What about you? What's your favorite affinity in the game? Blessings, unfortunately, we do not have any blessings or don't have them awakened right now for the video. We could go with, I would probably go with Intimidating Presence. We can't go with any of the accuracy ones, right? Because, well, we can go Ward of the Fallen, though. We can go Ward of the Fallen, get the extra HP as well. 5,000 HP on 2 stars is really nice. Get a little bit of bone armor. So I would probably go Intimidating Presence or Ward of the Fallen. Or Curveball, we could go with Phantom Touch if you want to use him for Fire Knight. So he's good for Fire Knight, but not great. He only has a single target hit on his A1. We can get the credit for an extra hit vis-a-vis Phantom Touch. However, we're not going to get really any extra damage because it's based on the Wearer's attack or the Awakened Champion's attack, and he doesn't have any attack. So only for Fire Knight exclusive. So, you know, I guess enough about blessings, but yeah, those are the options that I would go with personally. Masteries, we don't have them, guys, and we don't have the gems. Womp womp. This is the first time in 270 videos that we do not have the gems to buy Masteries. I am getting baroque. I pushed, hence me getting Quintus. I pushed to 4,000 in live arena last night, but I kept running out of the arena live PvP refills, so I had to splurge all of my gems that I was going to buy Masteries for him. But either way, we'll go over his master. Well, let's see what they recommend here on hellhades.com, right? So usually we kind of do our own Masteries here on the channel, but let's go ahead and give some credit to Hell Hades. Let me just flip myself around here and take a look. So they recommend going offense and defense. They recommend coming down here, grabbing War Master, and getting resistance, grabbing improved parry to mitigate critical hit damage. Come down here with some extra resist and stubbornness, and then retribution, along with Cycle of Revenge. I would go offense for sure I might actually go support. Let's see if they have any general PV. Yeah, they do. I actually like this one a little bit better here, guys. So no right or wrong way to build this champion, certainly, but I do want to give you my favorite of the options here. So I like coming down the offense tree, picking up, I mean, kill streak's not going to really help you that much, but what I would do is go offense. I wouldn't pick up kill streak. I would pick up life drinker. I would go support just like this, steadfast for the HP. Definitely pick up shield bearer, increase the value of shields this champion cast. Come in for rapid response, come in for cycle of magic, along with lore of steel. I would pick up spirit haste and lasting gifts. He does have that increased crit damage as well as the shield. I think that will give you a lot more utility than kill streak. I don't think he's going to be killing that many. Speaking of killing, though, let's go ahead and take a quick look-see at his multipliers. What do you say, guys? So on the A1, we get a 0.23 multiplier. On the A2, we have a 0.25. The 0.25 is his AoE attack, right? So a 0.25 multiplier. By the way, they give him a 3.5 overall grading. Key areas: Doom Tower Waves 4, Hydra 4, Spider 4.5, Fire Knight Hard Mode 3.5. Again, he's great ally attacker for Fire Knight Hard. Great to keep everybody alive with that shield. Very important. The only downside is there's a lot of kind of hits on that shield on Fire Knight Hard, and the A1's definitely not going to help you out there. Obviously, the ally attack is a 5 out of 5 Scarab King. Absolutely, okay? So my favorite areas are definitely going to be Fire Knight, going to be Scarab King, and it's going to be actually Bommel the Dreadhorn. I think he's a 4 or a 5 in Bommel the Dreadhorn. Maybe a 5. I'm going to show you that team today. I apologize if you saw my other video, but I have to show you that team again. It's so good, and he is an essential part of that team. A couple people commented on that video, and they said, well, Ash, anybody could be in that role or whatever, and it's absolutely not true. I could not pull that team off, which I'm about to show you guys, without him. No other ally attacker worked for me because I needed the shield to keep everybody alive. Anyway, I'll explain in a moment here. You can see the 0.22 multiplier is similar to what Eric's has on her A1 ability. And this is similar to what we're getting on the A2. So it's not crazy damage at all, but it's not awful, okay? Her big hard-hitting attack is the 0.35. That's the A2 of Eric's. And keep in mind, her base HP is roughly the same, so it's a pretty good comp. What I'm trying to say is, you can get a little bit of damage out of this dude if you really want to, if you want to build him with, like, crit rate on the gauntlets instead. You know what? Let's just try it out, guys. Who cares, right? Let's try out crit rate. All right, guys, so we threw crit rate on him just to see a little damage check, right? Little damage check there. We certainly don't have him, you know what? If we're going to throw a crit rate on the gauntlets, guys, we may as well go ahead and throw crit damage, right, on the amulet here. So I have some crit damage. We're just going to throw it on. We're making a sacrifice on the total HP, but I think we're just going to be fine with 91k instead of what we were at, 107k. Now we get 94, 141. So let's see what we can do. Keep in mind, we do not have War Master like I would want as a tier 6 mastery. So let me go ahead and show you guys the, actually, let me revisit really quickly Hell Hades and give you what they recommend for some other choices for artifact sets, right? So they go, buff me, man. They are not a big fan. Oh, they give no suggestions on gear recommendations. So yeah, I would still go with what I already told you guys. I like Righteous. I like Speed. I like no need for perception on this dude. I like, a little bit of Immortal gear, right? He's a fairly easy champion. You don't have to be super, super picky. He's not really an arena champion, although we'll mess around with him. Might as well, right? All right, guys, I have like the weirdest team set up here. I have double ally attack with a speed lead with Tormund the Cold with an AoE on his A1. I don't know. It's a weird Blender comp. It's the new age of Blender here. And I like this because they got Ninja, they got Syl, and we got obviously a lot of, a couple options here when it comes to Force Affinity. So let's go ahead and, I don't know, let's try to take out Syl the Drakes. So let's give him an immediate turn here. And then let's just come in and see what we can do. So everybody's going to join in. Hey, we didn't take her out, but we froze 2 of the 4, and now we can do the exact same thing. Let's this time go after Valkyrie here, and everybody will join in again with that A1, right? And then let's go in with the A3 again with Tormund. Man, that's pretty cool. Let's do it one more time. I really like the idea. You listen, this is not, hey, that was his A2 AoE that you just saw there too. These are not like endgame teams that we're going against, far from it, but I don't know. It's kind of fun to mess around with ally. Something about ally attack in the arena. Maybe it's just me. I love it. All right, let's do it again here. Same strategy. Let's go in with the instant turn. Let's ally attack their... it doesn't really matter that much because they're going to be frozen, but let's go after Arbiter. Play it safe. Get the lockout skills from Shuzhen the Valorious. Gosh, Ash, come on, man. Uh-oh, our nuker's down. Our nuker's down. So they don't have block buffs right now, and we can't attack with Tormund, so I'm actually going to change forms, and instead I am going to go in with the A3 to remove... Ooh, we get turned into polymorph. Oh, no. Oh, no. I should have just went with the... Oh, no! My team, guys. I want revenge against this squad. I want revenge right now. I was tempted to go like triple mythical, but I don't want to do that to you guys. But it would be pretty cool to run all 3 mythicals that I have. I have 3. Let's try with the A3 first. Let's play it safe here. Let's go in again. We go in. This is more like it. It already feels a lot better than going with the A2 here on Shuzhen. All right, let's go with... yeah, let's metamorph into the Spider Woman, and then now let's actually just go with a stun here, right? A2 stun. Leo comes in, ends her life. Now we can go in again. Boom, boom, boom. Come back in. Let's try to land a provoke on Leo. Nope. Let's get an extra turn to Tormund again. And then let's go with A1 here. Get rid of Rhodos at least. Okay, here's his A2 ability. Actually, yeah. Let's do the A2 just so we can refresh our shield. Get a nice big one. He stays alive from Leo, at least momentarily. Uh-oh! Ooh! And then there was kind of 2. Do you think we can do this, guys? I don't know. Let's do this. Decrease. Oh! 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 Boom! There we go. We got revenge. We got revenge! It wasn't pretty, but we got the job done. Listen, you can try... we're getting medical advice in my clan chat right now. What's going on over there? You can try a blender comp right now. Trust me, it'll be a lot of fun. All you need is an ally attack option, and he's a great one, Lonatharil. I'd highly recommend it. Anyway, here's my Lonatharil Dreadhorn team. Let me show you the team setup in case you guys missed it on the video. Basically, Nishak, speeds aren't super important here. We have Nishak coming in, leading off with Unclean Banquet on the first round, shutting off the A2, the A3 second round, and then leading off again with Unclean Banquet on Bommel, right? We have Arbiter not using Mentor of Heroes on the second round. We have Lonatharil. Lonatharil, man, it's not that hard, Ash. He's going to shut off Flicker Barrier and Finest Hour in the first wave, and then he's going to lead off with Flicker Barrier, doing a little bit of damage on the second round and keeping everybody alive with that shield, where previously, in order to cycle my A1s, I was actually dying against Bommel, so now he's able to cover me there. We have Newt coming in and leading off with Blessed Bash, his max HP ability, and then we have Fat Man, Farrakhan the Fat, going in with Beatdown on against Bommel. So let's see what we can do here. Not enough silver keys. We have one though. All right, guys, here we go. So actually, I'm gonna keep it on auto the entire time. Full auto, Bommel 90 hard. And it's not a bad squad in terms of like they're all previous fusions or login champions, right? Nishak was last Christmas fusion. We have Lonatharil was predating that. And then obviously Fat Man's an epic, and then Newt, well, we already said that, and then Arbiter is Arbiter, right? So, you know, not too bad, right? And this is my main go-to squad here, right? So he already went in with his A2. You can see that nice shield on everybody. He comes in. His damage isn't that bad, but again, he's really not meant to be a damage dealer, but he's so easy to build considering no accuracy requirement or anything like that. I'm almost tempted to just, if you're in the mid or the late game, might as well add a little bit of damage to him, right? Now, keep in mind, he will have more impressive damage numbers overall if once we get the Masteries, right? Can get his crit rate up, get a little bit more crit damage, and of course, War Master, specifically against the boss, going to help us out a lot. So the second wave is taking us a little while here, but you're going to see how fast Nishat goes, man. He goes down. It pains me, though, to spend a key not on Dark Fae in this rotation. I'm Dark Fae all the time. So we go in, we land some bombs. That was actually really good RNG with Nishak's A1. We're going to go in again, land another bomb. Not the best RNG. We land one this time. We're going to go Blessed Bash. We're going to go another bombs. Going to take the other turn, decrease detonation time. Not really. Okay, yes. And then he's dead. There we go. So not too bad, right? And Lonatharil, right? He's key. He's keeping us alive on the second wave. Because again, I was using other ally attack options on that second wave before. I tried I tried everybody basically, right? And no one had the support, the survivability like he did to able to keep the rest of the team alive. Now, I could still be successful without him on the team, but I would have to take like a Newt out or a Farrakhan out. Basically, I would have to add more, support type champions to help me out, and it would really slow the run down. But this is like super fast, really dependable as well. There is a little bit of RNG involved. If I don't land any bombs on Nishak's A1 on either of the ally attacks, I'll probably fail, but who cares, man? I think it's like 80%, 90% success rate in the keys. I mean, they're free, right? So anyway, guys, I really like this champion. Again, Fire Knight specifically, keeping the team alive, really, really crucial. Fire Knight hard, and against Scarab King, right? Because of the shield and the destroy enemy max HP on the A1. Those are going to be the other areas that this guy really shines, but really anywhere progression-wise, this dude, I mean, you can't go wrong if you're looking for a tanky shield support ally attacker. Guys, thanks for watching until the end of the video. Keep the champion god requests coming in the comments below, and as always, take care, guys.